Welcome, all you cool cats and caladiums. This is another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. In today's Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays, going on the theme of time. Time is on our side. I'd like to talk about the time it takes to actually do some of the exercises that people like Wim Hof, the Iceman, have suggested to strengthen your immune system. Let me remind you what he was actually able to achieve through breathing exercises that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. Actually, the basis of almost every esoteric system of knowledge is controlling your breath, whether it be through jujitsu, aikido, through judo, through any yoga instruction, even Jedi mind tricks. Control your breath. Always comes down to that as the basic. And why is that? Well, because we are nothing but big old bags of goo, big old bags of fluid, closed up in these little protein sacks, given oxygenated fluid. And that is the most important. That oxygenation, the fluid, is useless without that oxygenation. So we're basically two bags of air keeping a bunch of bags of fluid alive. And Wim Hof is found to have an extreme control of his pain and his ability to withstand discomfort, as well as control his internal temperature, which is amazing when they hooked him up to a PET scan MRI, which is an active MRI. It's active brain scan to see which parts of the brain are activated when he's doing his sorts of feats, which they are indeed feats. He could take a long needle, stick it through his cheek, and feel nothing because he's put himself in a state of hypnosis to where the pain is something he can withdraw from and not even feel. From what I understand, it seems like it's far away. Dog is playing, keeping my goggles on to keep the tree sperm out of my eyes. It's nothing stickier than tree sperm in the spring. I'm doing my turmeric with some black pepper in this coffee today. So I'd like to demonstrate real quick a little bit of that breathing in a short time. It can take about 5 minutes every day if you do, let's say, 30 reps, 4 sets of these breathing exercises, but I'll just do 10 for you and show you what they look like. You'll keep your total lung volume, and then I've never heard her do this. It's so you poor baby. It's okay, Sophie. They'll get there in time to have the PPE they need. So these deep breaths, you keep your total lung volume, take an inspiratory reserve on top of that, and it looks a little weird like this. Now the dog's looking at me to see if I'm okay. So it looks weird, definitely. Feels a little strange, and it's not mostly relaxing at first. It's great when you're done, because what it's doing is it's allowing your body to neutralize the poison acids by using too much oxygen, because it all comes down to that perfusion, that exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. And that happens at the alveoli, these little gooey sacs that look like little balloons covered in splooge, and they flex and expand. They contract and expand and exchange that carbon dioxide and oxygen. So what makes this little fucking virus so deadly is because it affects that surfactant, that gooey covering of these alveoli. So when you do these breathing exercises, you keep them expanded quite fully, and you're still flexing them in that last moment. It's like the eccentric portion of a workout, the negatives. When you do a push-up and you slowly let yourself down, what you're doing is you're strengthening the muscles in a way that is more effective than just pumping them, because that negative eccentric is what does the most muscular damage. It tears the muscles, which is what causes them to grow. Whenever you build muscles, you're tearing them down first. That's why rest and recovery is so important. So with that being said, take your time to do your breathing exercises. Let us talk tickers to our heart, to our body, to our whole mind with a nice deep cleansing breath. Slow down that time and recognize that it all comes back down to the breath. There's a lot of fear of not having enough ventilators, not having enough oxygen, but if you're breathing on your own right now, take advantage of it and talk to your ticker. Thank y'all for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Love you guys.